What's going on, everybody? This is Curtis, and today we're talking once again about PAVmed. Now, I had written an entirely different show, but after today's events, that was the Lucid IPO. It did not go so well. The stock tanked quite a bit, and I'm filming this as of today on October 14th of 2021. I think I want to address this point and talk about a little bit here and hopefully provide some insights into what I'm thinking about the IPO price, what I'm thinking about the stock price today, and the outlook for the company going forward. So what happened today? Well, today, like I said, was the long-awaited Lucid Diagnostics IPO under the new ticker LUCD. This IPO was first announced during the Q1 earnings call from PAVmed. Now, the stock of PAVmed has been on a tear over the past year and actually reached a 52-week high after they announced that they filed the S1 and plan to IPO Lucid. Now, after what I assume is going to be a roadshow to some pretty wealthy investors and organizations, they ended up pricing the IPO at the low end of the range, and that was 14 to 16. So they did price that at $14 a share for the IPO. Even though they priced at the low end of the range, they still managed to collect about $70 million in cash from this as they sold off 5 million shares at that $14 per share. Now, the stock of Lucid, when it actually did open up this morning, it opened up well below the $14 a share that it IPO'd at. And actually both stocks ended up down today pretty heavily, with PAVmed finishing down a little over 14% and Lucid closing down 16%. Now, it's days like today that it really helps to understand and know what you own. So really briefly at a high level, why did PAVmed go down today? The simplest and shortest answer here is that the market didn't value Lucid as high as the investors of PAVmed had pumped it up to be. And that's okay. So let's try to keep this all in perspective here. There wasn't a huge lawsuit against the company. There wasn't a recall on one of their devices. They don't have to raise more cash, which would dilute shareholders. This was just the market valuing Lucid, which, let's be honest, has zero revenue right now. So it makes it pretty hard for a regular investor or someone else that doesn't thoroughly understand the company to put any sort of valuation behind the company right now. So what did I do today? I bought more. Nothing about today changed my mind about where I think they'll be in the next 2 to 10 years. They still have a great product, they still have a great pipeline, they still have the great management team that's bringing on more and more resources and more experts to help branch into more and more fields. The sky's the limit for this company, and one down day, I really hope doesn't throw off too many investors too much. And again, this is why it really helps to know what you own, know why a company went down. Does it change the outlook of the company? If it does, maybe take a look at selling it. If it doesn't, like today, this is just the value the market attributes to Lucid. It's lower than we all hoped it would probably be. So the company, Lucid goes down, the ownership stake in PAVmed has in Lucid is still about 74%. So that pulled the value of PAVmed down. At the end of the day, they still have the product pipeline and they still have a great, bright future ahead of them. Well, that's it for today. Just a quick video on the Lucid IPO that PAVmed did spin off today. So that was good news. I think ultimately this will be great news for the company. They generated a bunch of cash that'll help them with their go-to-market strategy. I'm sure we'll hear a lot about that in the coming weeks and months ahead. I'm looking forward to it. And again, the sky is the limit for this company. They are going to do big things, and just hang on, hang tight, enjoy the ride. It's going to be a fun one. See y'all next time.